In April 2004, Mick Staley and other people decided to hold a conference to honour the dictation of the Book of the Law, 100 years on. And I was invited to be one of the speakers. Now, by 2004, there had been books written about Crowley, much more work done, and I no longer consider myself to be, a leading expert on this. So the question was, what the hell could I talk about? I decided that if it's 100 years on from the writing of the Book of the Law, what we ought to be doing is sort of looking at it in the light of 100 years on, to see what had changed and what new ideas, how we might reread the Book of the Law in the light of what we now knew, and see if it was different from what it would have been back in 1904. In other words, to what extent is the book a prophecy? Now, because I was a mathematician, I assumed that people will want me to do something about the maths of the Book of the Law, but I must say I'm not really into the sort of numerical Kabbalah and all that sort of stuff and trying to crack the code. So what I did is I looked at the statements about numbers, and I thought, now what has changed since this was written? And it occurred to me one thing that had changed that I thought might be significant. So I just decided to explore those aspects. And I prepared a presentation, first time I've done one, so it was pretty crappy, and of course now it's 12 years out of date anyway. But I wasn't able to show it at the event because turned out they didn't have the apparatus to show a PowerPoint presentation. So it was actually shown a few years later at a IoT conference. I demonstrated, but what I thought I'd do is I'd blow the dust off this ancient presentation, and here it is.